What's up? Happy New Year's! Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Okay, yeah, that's my own little thing. Y'all know I'm special. Don't even front. So, I hope I have this on my podcast page, but if I don't, that is okay. Not going to worry about it. Just transfer it over if it's not on my podcast page. So happy New Year's, everybody. We are in the second day of 2020. Today is January the 2nd, 2020. Happy New Year's to all of you who made it over. And for those that did not make it to 2020, again, I love to just do a quick moment to reflect and pay respect to and homage to our ancestors and those that did not make it over to 2020. And that I hope that for all of us that, we can just move forward and we can heal. So let's do that first before I start anything else, okay? Few moments of silence. Aisha. So welcome, and once again, Happy New Year. But you know something, I'm going to talk about that New Year's thing too. But just for the sake of it, Happy New Year's into 2020. I wish all of you to be the best self that you can be. All of your dreams, goals, aspirations, inspirations, motivations, purpose. I hope and pray, chant, send mantras that we just do the damn thing for 2020. So, welcome to Aisha Speaks JADE podcast, where I am your hostess, none other than Aisha, also lovingly known as who? JADE. Always remembering to put that RESPECT. You must put that respect on it, or else just get off my page. It has to. I command respect. So I welcome each and every one of you, locally, globally, internationally. If you get on, just let me know what state you're calling from. Not calling from, but I've been on the phone way too long for work. Let me know what state you're in, what country you're in. And just give me some thumbs up and some hearts. That's what it's about for me also. Also, I welcome your feedback as well. Good, bad, or indifferent. So, the topic at hand is, let me get myself together, are 4 things to incorporate into your daily routine as a business owner, okay? 4 things to incorporate into your daily routine as a business owner. So with the new year upon us, many business owners spent a great deal of time reflecting on the past year and planning for the future. And so I know that's kind of been where I've been at, like, okay, these are some good points, these are some not good points, these are how I can improve the points. And I'm not perfect, so I'm going to have some slip ups, but you know what, one of my goals is not to beat myself up if I slip up, if I mess up, because guess what, I can make the next day a better day. Okay? And always there's room for improvement in my situation. I don't know about you guys, but there's always room for improvement. And so, before we get into things that we can improve upon, I want to just kind of stop for a moment. And maybe perhaps we all can write down all the things that you did well this past year, right? Did you increase your revenue? Do a few key hires if you have a business if you have your own business and you have employers or employees. Develop a strategic depth. Land a few or several new clients. Whatever it is, big or small, It's important to take time and celebrate those victories, right? Because we're so quick to, be our own worst enemy, so to speak, down ourselves about all the things we didn't do. How about we just celebrate the things that we did? It doesn't have to be huge. It could be small. Celebrate it. Give yourself credit for things that you have done. So as a business owner, we are so quick to judge ourselves. Just said that. We are very quick to judge ourselves and point out things that we are doing wrong. That we more often than not skip over the victory. So remember, stop knocking yourself, stop putting yourself down, give yourself credit. I don't care how small it is. Give yourself credit for the things that you have achieved. I don't care what it is. Give yourself credit, okay? So I just want to jump into these 4 different moments, right? How we can improve on ourselves if you are a business owner. And perhaps maybe you can improve on it even if you're working for corporate America. You just never know, okay? So let's dive into it right now. The first would be set up a focus day. Set up a focus day. So if you want to increase your growth potential without working more hours, this is the number 1 piece of advice. Set aside 3 or 4 hours each week to turn off your phone. And you know how we feel about our phones. If we are not on those phones, like our phones, we go crazy over our phones, okay? But if you can learn to turn off your phone just for like 4 hours each week, shut down your email program and focus on the tasks that will produce the greatest value for your business, right? So if there's no need to get on the phone unless it's an emergency, as far as like your spouse, your partner, significant other, loved one, your family, something like that, if it's an emergency, then the suggestion is just to put the phone down at least for 3 to 4 hours, as well as let's not check our emails. Let's focus at hand what we're supposed to be doing. Forgive me, this is... Okay, and so with doing that, even if you get nothing else accomplished the rest of the week, you will have given 3 or 4 hours of your best attention. And that one small change will help propel you forward, right? So I got a journal. And I didn't write in it yesterday, January the 1st. But I'm going to take that thing out and I'm going to start jotting down some stuff. Not to say that I'm going to get it all done in one day. But if I can focus, let's do 2 or 3 of those possibly. Because it has to be a realistic thing. You can do 1, that's fine. You got something achieved. Give yourself, give yourself credit for that. If you can do up to 3 things and get them accomplished in one day, that is great as well. But be realistic about it. Don't judge yourself. And focus on hand at tasks what you need to do. The next one is number 2. Stop having meetings just because. Stop having meetings just because. So this next tip is one that will have a ripple effect throughout your entire company. Many business owners are stuck in the cycle of holding pointless meetings in order to feel like they have control or accountability within their business. And I don't know who just gave me the thumbs up, but I appreciate you so much. Thank you. But in reality, the meetings are just interrupting you and your employees' best work and focus time, right? Because you need to have time to focus. Always. So, I can just remember just in the corporate world, just having these meetings, and I'm asking myself, what the hell are we having these meetings, so many meetings for? We're saying the same thing over and over again. I understand about having a meeting to sit down and get some things accomplished and said, but to do it over and over again is the same thing, and you just kind of like chirping like birds and really nothing has been achieved. That's pointless to me. So in 2020, make it a goal to only hold meetings that are absolutely necessary. If it can be covered in a memo or an email, go that route whenever possible. Because some things you don't need to gather. You can put it in an email. That black and white is just as good as seeing each other face to face. This will save you and your employees hundreds of hours each year to spend on higher level tasks. And that, can even mean if you are a small business owner and you have a few employees, it can be directed for that as well. You don't need to have a whole lot of meetings all the time. Number 3, learn to delegate. Learn to delegate. So another thing to work on in this year that we are in, 2020, is your delegation skills. Every business owner should take a good hard look at where they are spending their time and look for places and tasks that can be delegated to another team member, right? Because if we say that we're a team, then that means where your weakness is, somebody else has strengthened that. We can all take our strengths, right, and use them instead of one person trying to run the whole thing, because that's not going to work. And then you're going to have ticked off employees who's like, well, why do you need me when you want to run the whole show? This will help upgrade your time, allowing you to spend more focused time on things that matter. So while you delegate different tasks to different people, number one, and big one, means that takes the weight and the stress off of you so that you can delegate or focus your time on something else while your team or your employees are working on what they need to work on. Ideally, you want to be able to have more than one focus day, have more than one focus day each week as you increase the number of tasks delegated to other team members. And lastly, one of the things that I will be doing in 2020, being more consistent with it, learn to say no. No does not mean that you're selfish. No does not mean that you're being mean. No means no, and sometimes you have to say no. Okay? So the last piece that I want to speak on in this 2020 year, January the 2nd, if you don't know nothing else, has to do with your ability to say no. If it isn't a high value task, don't be afraid to say no. And I know a lot of us don't want to admit it, but I admit it. There are times where I haven't said no when I really mean no, and I don't. And that means professionally and personally. It's okay to say no. You're not a bad person, okay? You can say no sometimes. My apologies. If it doesn't help grow your business or provide value, say no. If it is going to distract you from your business mission, say no. So I just want to give you those few tips and hope that it resonated with you, okay? Use them. If you don't remember them, go back and watch the replay. Thank you in advance. And that moves into, if you're not already, join my social media platform where I'm here right now on Facebook Live. Also, Instagram, Twitter, and I have a YouTube channel. And you can find me at Aisha Speaks Jade. Again, I am on Facebook right now. I'm doing this live video. Instagram, Twitter, and my YouTube channel, which you can go to subscribe. by hitting the thumbnail as well as the notification bell to keep yourself in the know when you need to go back and listen to the replays. Hopefully they will resonate, they will make sense to you. If they don't, that's okay. If it makes you uncomfortable to be comfortable, that's okay. If it gets you out of your box, gets you out of your fear, that is okay. I'm not here to preach, I'm just here to speak from experience and include myself in all of this because I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be. I'm still learning and growing professionally as well as personally. So I'm in this with you. This is not about me pointing fingers. This includes me. Remember, know your worth and your value. And know also that life has challenges. And when it does, do your best to catch it, check it, and change it. And with that in mind, I say have a great evening. Have a better tomorrow. Namaste, Nam Yaho Rinke Kyo. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. And have a good evening. I'm gone.